June 16th, 2017. Welcome to the Philly podcast. And for many schools, this is the final day, or next week, next Monday, is the final day of their school years. Um, and congratulations to graduates all around. Um, yeah, I mean, like this must be a big accomplishment if you're graduating high school, college, um, whatever. So, and if you flunked out of school, great job. Or if you are not graduating, keep going. I don't know. Anyway, um, so let's get the normal stuff out of the way. What I mean normal is pretty much Phillies because that's pretty much all I've been really talking about lately. Um, Ended an 8-game losing streak last night with a 1-0 win against the Boston Red Sox, and Pavetta pitched great. An eighth inning run, double by Ty Kelly, 1-0 win. They need to score more runs. You know, I'm still disgusted with them. I do not think they will go on a streak. I hate that. Whenever the Phillies win, I always like on WIP on the post game when everyone calls in, they're like, "Oh well, the Phillies, well, this one starts a streak. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This, that, this, that. They're not going to go on a streak. This team sucks. They're going to go to play Arizona this weekend at home, right? Arizona, Arizona, Los Angeles Dodgers, and the Colorado Rockies, the three best teams in baseball, or in the National League. Well, yeah, some of the three best teams in the baseball, the best in the National League. Don't tell me that the Phillies are gonna go on a streak. They're gonna beat Arizona. Arizona is gonna kick their ass. I'm going to the game tomorrow. I'm gonna see a shit show, but I still go to the games. Anyway, they won 1-0. Great, whatever. Eagles. They ended the spring training or whatever it was, the mini camp yesterday. Um, I've seen that some of the coaches are pretty impressed with Pumphrey. I like him. Listen, I don't want to. A couple years ago, I think said this before. A couple years ago, when the Eagles had that big offseason, Chip Kelly took over as the GM. He got rid of Foles, brought in Bradford, got rid of McCoy, brought in DeMarco Murray, brought in a whole bunch of new players. Got rid of Jeremy Maclin. They brought in Kiko Alonso, drafted Aguilar. For some reason, I thought they were going to be a good team. I thought everybody thought they were going to be a good team. I thought, this is the different type of football team. They have a no-huddle offense. They have the leading rusher. I thought we were going to have a great football team. That didn't happen. First two games were a friggin' embarrassment. Finished the year 7-9 and led to a Chip Kelly firing. Last year, last offseason, brought in a new coach, drafted a quarterback, a franchise quarterback, and right before the regular season start, they got rid of Sam Bradford. I'm very skeptical because I thought they were the Eagles that year were going to get the Super Bowl. Call me the dumbest guy in the world. I thought in 2015, 2016, the Eagles were going to go to the Super Bowl. Because they were like a different type of football team, and they were different. And I thought it would all work out, but it didn't. They played like crap that year. The Eagles look really good this year. They have a running back and LeGarrette Blunt. You could throw Pumphrey in there. They signed Torrey Smith and Alshon Jeffrey to put depth in the receiving corps. They drafted Derek Barnett to strengthen the offensive line, and they also drafted Sidney Jones, who might be coming back soon, sooner than we thought. That's what bothers me, though. I don't want to make any predictions. I don't want to run through the schedule, say what games we'll win, what games we won't. I mean, I'll predict the final record. Yeah, I guess you could say I could. I'll pick. The only way I want to pick an exact record, but I'll pick the best we can do and the worst we can do. My opinion, the best the Eagles can do, they could probably win 11 games. The worst, they could be a 500 team or 7-9. That's what I think that the Eagles can do. I don't really feel like running through the schedule because it's tough to tell. I mean, there's so many games. I mean, the Redskins game week 1 could go either way. I mean, we all know what week 2's heading. In my opinion, there's too many games that could go either way. Either way. The Giants games, all the division games could go either way. No. It's just kind of tough for me to tell right now. But I look through the teams in the division. I think Dallas is still going to be a threat, although, they are going to have a tough schedule. I think the Giants are going to, I hate to say it, the Giants are going to probably win the division. You got the Redskins. So the two teams I'm worried about all three teams in the division. But I think we can compete. I really think that the Eagles, we can compete. Maybe we could beat the Giants. Eli is not good under pressure. We have probably one of the best lines in the league. If Barnett is as advertised. Because, if Eli gets pressure, that's it. He goes down. He's probably one of the worst quarterbacks under pressure. So, that's my piece on what the Eagles should. What's gonna probably happen with the Eagles? How about last night with the Mets losing Matt Harvey and Neil Walker? That team cannot keep anybody healthy. It was obvious this past year. You knew the Mets were not going to keep anybody healthy. Mets fans are going to be like, "This is our year." This and that, this and that. I'm like, you guys are not going to keep anybody healthy. Your trainer is. It's like something to laugh at, but yet the Philly. You've really nothing to argue because the Phillies are just terrible. So yeah. And then the U.S. Open Uh, from Erin Hills, Wisconsin. Ricky Fowler, 7-shot lead over Paul Casey. You have today, tomorrow, and Sunday left in the US Open. Jeez, it's for $12,000. No, 12 million. Jesus. Last night, Jorge Alfaro hit his 5th home run at AAA. You know, I'd like to see him come up. Um, I mean, I'm not too. I mean, I like Cameron Rupp as a defensive catcher. I do not like him hitting. I mean, that guy cannot hit. Damn, Alfaro. Wow, Alfaro is hitting 267 in AAA. It's all right. Nick Williams is hitting 274, 13 home runs, 40 RBIs. The big slugger Cousins. 243, 14 home runs, 46 RBIs. Hoskins, 291, 14 home runs, 49 RBIs. Jeez. Wow. It's a good set of prospects. I mean, I'd like to see him come up before September. Highly doubt that will happen because you got Clentak and, I mean, I like that Clentak's all for, developing players in the minor leagues and all that, but at some point you're gonna have to bring them up, and that's what I've been saying for a very long time. They're gonna have to come up. They are going to have to come up. And I feel like the more exposure they get to the major leagues, the better they'll be. The better they'll be. All right. Well, that's it for the Philly podcast for today. Uh, yeah, okay, Andrew. All right. Phillies again. I'm going to talk about with the Eagles. Come on. I already kind of did my piece. I brought up the U.S. Open. All right, I'll see you.